Today I'm going to be giving you guys my review on Will to Live Online. It's a massively multiplayer, so it's like a traditional massively multiplayer game where you see all the people running around in the towns, and when you go outside the towns, it's also like the same way. I don't know if this game is actually instance or not. As far as like information on this game, there's really nothing. I've been looking all over Google for any kind of information on this, and there's like nothing around. So I'm basically doing this review based off of just my gameplay. I've been playing for about 10 hours now. I feel like I've gone through a good amount of content to be able to see what the game is mostly about. And since this is an alpha game, I know doing a review on this is kind of early, so there could be a lot of things that change in the future. So I'll definitely probably do an updated review in the future once this is actually out, whenever it releases. But as far as all the good things in this game, I've actually been having a really good time with this. The performance is awesome. So as far as like it's running on the Unreal 4 engine, and the graphics are kind of crappy when you're looking at Unreal 4. You would expect it to be a little bit better. Like even Warframe, a free-to-play game, is looking so much better than this game. Even when you bump it up to high graphics, it still looks like something out of like 2008 or something. Like they didn't really bother with the graphics at all, and you can see that. But at least the game runs really well for an alpha game, and that's something that really that's the best part about it. Especially when you're looking at playing an alpha game, usually there's a lot of problems, there's crashing and all this stuff, and I really haven't gone through any of that stuff, so that's really good. Another good thing is that the game is only $12, so it's really worth getting right now. I don't know how long that sale is gonna last. Maybe it was just for this weekend that just passed, but the base price right now is $15, so you really can't beat it. It's awesome for that price, and it's totally worth it. The gameplay is a lot like what you would expect out of like a survival apocalypse style MMO, which is it's just going out into the world, doing the quest. There's plenty of quests to do in the beginning. I'm only reached level 6 so far, and that's one of the bad things about this game, is that the grind is super serious. So if you're not into grindy games, I wouldn't recommend this game because it is super grindy. But I'm used to that kind of stuff. I've been playing MMOs pretty much all my life, so it doesn't really bother me. So I'm used to this stuff. Especially since I play Warframe a lot. If you look at my channel, it's just like constantly just Warframe. So I've gone through all the grind in the world, so this is not much different from that. There is PvP in this game, and there also is PvE servers, so if you don't want to have to deal with any PvP, you can go on the PvE servers and just kind of play, and you can team with people and whatever. But as far as my experience with the PvP server, it's actually not bad. There's actually, most of the time, since there is voice chat in this game, you can talk to people. So there's moments where you would run into like a quest area, and maybe you'll see another player, and you can kind of decide on what you really want to do with that. So there's a lot of opportunities for teaming with people outside, and then there's also some killing. If you really want to get into the whole PvP thing, you can go and you can just kill people and take their stuff, which that's another thing about this game. You can lose items in this game. You can't lose the weapons that you have equipped. As far as I've noticed, I've died a bunch of times and I've never lost my weapon, and I've never lost my knife or anything like that. But you do lose any random item in your inventory, so you don't know what you're gonna lose. So you can land up dying, and maybe you'll lose like 20 bullets out of your stack. Maybe, let's say I typically run around with maybe 200 ammo, and then I'll have like a bunch of med packs and some food and things like that. And you can land up losing one food and then like 20 bullets and then maybe a med pack or something. You know, it's just completely random. So it's not that hardcore. It's not like Escape from Tarkov where you're looking at losing all your equipment and then you got to start from pretty much just hatchet or something. You know, so it's actually really well done. There is chance to get a lot of equipment though. So if you really want to go out and you want to just kill people all day, you can, and you could take all their stuff and just play it like that. But you know, you're just gonna be enemy of the state by then, and they're gonna be cursing you out because people are really vocal in this game. So if you're looking to be like a toxic ass player, then you're gonna hear it from everyone. You know, so that's one thing that's really funny, and the community is actually really funny in this game.
This guy stops.
I'm gonna rape you.
That was the first time. That was the first time prostate penetration right there. Really got a knuckle in it. That kind of gets you by the boo, don't it?
They'll be bugging out in the town, like playing music and dancing around. Like it's this is like old school MMOs, like the stuff that I'm used to, and it's a breath of fresh air. Honestly, it really is. As far as the bad for this game, there is a lot of stuff, especially since it's alpha. There's still a lot of problems, so you are gonna run into some crashes here and there. It's not that bad, but since it's running on the Unreal 4 engine, it's actually pretty stable for the most part, so it runs really well. But you are going to run into some problems here and there. And as far as the translations are terrible, so pretty much there is no story. Don't worry about story, because the story just sucks ass. The translations make it so that it really like gives you like a brain fart. Like you get to the point where you just like your brain just doesn't function anymore when you're trying to read all this text. Shell-shocked? Uh-huh. You are being kicked around here as in some visitor appeared. Memory is repelled without a trace. Walking. Chasing the wild goose. I don't like this. Who talks like that? Lots of people hanging around here, especially nights. Maybe you meet somebody to know. Maybe you meet somebody to know. The first owner pointed this way. He had a great tat with this word, but nobody remembers what it is. What is it? I don't know what I'm reading. Like, I feel like I'm just becoming more and more... this is disorienting. And also, there's not a whole lot of option of weapons right now. There's probably like at least like 6 or 7 weapons or something like that. It's not a whole like a big deal. And the problem about the grind in this game is that you really don't see a good weapon until you reach at least level 7. So pretty much the whole beginning of the game up until level 7, which it is a massive grind, you're gonna be probably shooting a lot of things and killing a lot of stuff for hours and hours and hours, and only reaching like level 4. So that's one thing that's really rough about this game, is that the grind of leveling up is terrible. So let's say you have, let's say at level 6, I got 3,000 XP to level. Typically mobs, like you kill them of your level and you're getting like 33 experience or something, or if you're lucky, maybe like 50 or something. So it's super grindy. You have to kill a lot of stuff, and then you can also run into PvP, which could also ruin your day. So if you're trying to get a quest done, let's say for example, and some guy comes in and then just like starts wiping you over and over, spawn camping and stuff, which spawn camping actually they did a decent job with safeguarding that. I actually went into a big problem when I accidentally shot somebody near the town, and I was like basically spawn camped by the guards, because the guards just kept insta killing me every time I left the town. A good 5 minutes, 10 minutes or something. Look, there's a dude. And I got fucking killed instantly by something. By who? What the fuck killed me? What the fuck killed me? I don't see anything. I literally don't see anything. Like these guys. Whatever, I'm gonna run this way. Oh, I saw like something. I don't know if he was behind me. Yo, I don't know if there's like a hacker that's just like flying around just killing everybody, because I didn't see anyone at all. See, where? So that's something you got to be really careful about. Don't kill anyone near the defense area at all of a town, because you will get like camped by the damn guard. Load times is another really serious problem. The load times are ridiculously long. You will be sitting there for probably like 3, 4, 5 minutes just waiting to go out into another area, into the open world, or maybe even going into a town. So prepare yourself for that. So you're probably gonna have to go take a lunch break, you know, take a nap for a little bit. And this is actually worse than Grand Theft Auto 5, and I thought nothing would be worse than Grand Theft Auto 5 loading, and this is pretty freaking bad. There are survival aspects to this game, so you do have to eat, and then you do have to drink, and those things are not really that critical. It doesn't seem like this is like a true survival game where you have to worry about those things, because it's so accessible right now. So there is crafting and stuff, and as far as the crafting goes, I haven't really seen any reason to use it, because for the most part, you would think that making a campfire would you go hunting, you grab some stuff, like you kill like let's say like a chicken or something, and then you try to cook it on the thing. But what's the point in going through all of that? Because they make it really hard to get branches and matches and things like that, when you can just go to the store and just buy a whole chicken for like 10 coins. It's not even a big deal. Like, money is super easy to make in this game, so crafting kind of just is useless. And then also the survival aspect of the game, you can go and you can just drink dirty water. It hurts you a little bit, but it's not enough to kill you, not unless you had really low health. So it's not a big deal. Like, the survival aspect of the game is kind of whack. Like, I hope that they do something about that. Maybe bump it up a little bit, make it a little bit more hardcore, and you know, that would be cool. But I could see that they're probably trying to make it cool for, like, you know, the casual player that doesn't really worry about this stuff, or doesn't want to worry about this stuff. Toxic players. That's another thing that you really have to watch out for. I mean, that's something that you have to deal with in online games in general. So you are going to run into people that are just spawn camping, especially when it's not a town area. Let's say for the first quest area that you go to, there's actually no guards around there, so they can literally spawn camp you. They'll just stay at a certain point, just keep killing you over and over and over. It'll get to the point where if there's enough people there, they can at least back you up. But I could see the potential of things happening where if the game didn't have enough people at that time, then you could literally just lose yourself to the same person over and over. And there are also, on a PvE server, I would imagine that it would probably be way worse, because you'll have to deal with people blocking doorways with their body, and also like camping like treasure chest or whatever, just to like take all the equipment. And sometimes you need quest items, and that's the only place you can get a quest item. And since you got like 20,000 people just standing there, just like, you know, trying to open the case, like you're never gonna get your quest item. So that's another thing that kind of needs a little tweaking, maybe up the spawn rates or something. But it's definitely another thing you get to watch out for, is obviously the toxic players. But as far as my whole review goes, I really enjoy this game. I give it a 3.5 out of 5. I'm definitely gonna be playing more. I've already done a live stream on this. I'm gonna be doing some more. I can't wait to at least get to the higher levels so I can actually see what the better weapons are like and stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. Also, leave a comment below if you have Will to Live, and tell me what you think about it. And also, if you want to join in on the fun, I'm on the first PvP server. So it's like, it just says one PvP. So just hit me up in game. I go by the same name, ZcriptureZ. So yeah. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Later.